Live from New Delhi, you're watching DD India, India's voice to the world. This is Sports Pass with me, Deepika, and coming up in the next half an hour. India drops to second position at World Test Championship points table after losing to New Zealand in tests. Quest intensifies to beat Australia at upcoming Border Gavaskar Trophy. In tennis, Alexander Zverev defeats Hugo Humbert to clinch Paris Masters title. And Manchester United draws against Chelsea in a crucial English Premier League encounter. On the other hand, Barcelona beat local rivals Espanyol. First up from the world of cricket. After losing Test series to New Zealand at home soil, Team India has moved down to second spot of the World Test Championship points table. While team's performance is under serious scrutiny, that too under Gautam Gambhir, a lot is at stake ahead of the upcoming Border Gavaskar Trophy. Here's a report that speaks about India's race to securing WTC top spot. World Test Championship points table for quite some time, Team India is now under hammer as it has already moved down to the second spot. 3 back-to-back Test defeats at home soil in more than a decade is not just a shock to Team India, but an alarming situation for a thorough analysis for a team that has been praised by world cricket since long. What next? A big question that is subject to decoding the defeat and plan for a bounce back, which luckily or unluckily comes in the hand of Australia, as India have quickly turned their attention to their upcoming Test assignment in Australia. This will also be an attempt to stay in contention of reaching next year's ICC World Test Championship final scheduled to take place in London. Let's talk about the India's race to secure WTC top spot. Well, India desperately need to beat Australia by 4-0 in the upcoming Border Gavaskar Trophy. 4 wins and a draw will lift India's points to 65.79%, which will be marginally more than New Zealand's maximum of 64.29% if they blank England by 3-0 at home. India will be at worst second on the points table after South Africa, who can finish on a maximum of 69.44 points with 2-0 home victories against Sri Lanka and Pakistan. However, these scenarios are based on other teams maximizing their points, and if that doesn't happen, India can still make it with far fewer points. Rohit Sharma knows he must lift his output in Australia after he managed just 91 runs across 3 matches against New Zealand, while the Indian skipper is also looking for fellow veteran Virat Kohli to find his best form down under. In a post-match statement, Rohit Sharma said, "If the batters are not performing, that is a cause of concern. But what's done is done now. I think as a player, as a captain, as a team, we all have to look forward and see how we can correct what we did not manage to achieve here. There is a good opportunity for us to go and do something really, really special in Australia." Well, Indian cricket fans are also eager to see the Indian team bounce back this time. However, the recent performance has also brought the leadership of Gautam Gambhir under scanner, who would like to turn it around in the upcoming series. Deepika Mehta's report for DD India. Well, after India's batting frailties were brutally exposed in a 3-0 home series defeat by New Zealand, Captain Rohit Sharma said it was important that his players get in the right frame of mind for a challenging tour of Australia. India's batters must prepare for the switch from the turning tracks on home soil to the pace and bounce of Australian pitches, with the opening test scheduled to take place on the 22nd of November. The 37-year-old added that it would be crucial to create the right atmosphere for those players who have not yet experienced the intensity of a test in Australia. He said, and I quote him, "We do talk a lot about the game, but sitting with every individual and telling them what needs to be done or how they need to get their mindset right is going to be challenging. They come with a certain mindset, certain thinking about their own games. It has given them success in the past. But we all understand Australia is going to be a different ball game. For the young players who haven't been there before, it will be important to create an environment where they are comfortable and aren't intimidated by where they are playing and who they are playing against," unquote. More from cricket. Indian wicketkeeper batter Wriddhiman Saha has announced his retirement from all forms of cricket on Monday. The Bengal-born cricketer will retire after the ongoing season of the Ranji Trophy. The wicketkeeper batter played for India in 40 tests as well as 9 ODIs since making his international debut in 2010.
He also played 170 matches in the Indian Premier League for franchises like Kolkata Knight Riders, Punjab Kings, Sunrisers Hyderabad and Gujarat Titans. Wriddhiman Saha became India's first-choice wicketkeeper following MS Dhoni's Test retirement in 2014 and last played for India in December 2021. Wriddhiman Saha is currently preparing for Bengal's fourth-round fixture against Karnataka in Bengaluru. Moving on to combat sports now, India clinched 3 gold and as many silver medals on the final day of the Under-19 World Boxing Championship in Colorado of the United States. In the female weight category of 65 kg, Parthavi Grewal trounced the Netherlands' Alaya Hopuma in the finals to clinch the gold medal. Vanshika Goswami emerged triumphant in female 80+ kg weight category final against Germany's Victoria Gott. Meanwhile, Hemant Sangwan became India's only gold medalist in men's segment on the final day. India's 19-member boxing contingent wrapped up their campaign after winning 17 medals. It included 4 golds, 8 silver and 5 bronze medals. India's Minister of Youth Affairs and Sports, Dr. Mansukh Mandavia, congratulated the boxers. He posted on X, and I quote him, "Proud of our young boxers who've delivered a stellar performance at the inaugural Under-19 World Boxing Championship in Colorado, USA, bringing home a total of 17 medals, an extraordinary feat on the global stage with 4 gold, 8 silver and 5 bronze. It gives me great happiness to share that 11 of the 17 medals have been won by Khelo India athletes, 8 of whom also train at Sai National Centre of Excellence across the country. I congratulate all the winners for their success, a testament to their hard work and the support from our coaches and training centres." Unquote. Moving on to squash now, India's teenage sensation Anahat Singh won the women's singles crown at the Costa North Coast Open 2024 in Australia, securing her 6th PSA Challenger title of the year. Seeded 3rd in the tournament, the 16-year-old downed Japan's 6th seed Akari Midorikawa in straight games by 3-0. Throughout the tournament, she displayed remarkable form, dropping only 1 game. Anahat has previously won bronze medals in both women's team and mixed doubles event at the Hangzhou Asian Games in 2023. In archery, India's Atanu Das won the bronze medal in men's recurve event at the Swiss Open archery competition in Lausanne, city of Switzerland. Atanu's bronze proved to be India's only medal from the event, while Deepika Kumari and other Indian compound archers drew a blank. Atanu Das beat Tokyo Olympics champion Meet Kisos of Turkey in the quarterfinals before losing the semi-finals to French archer Romain Fichet. In the medal contest, the Indian archer beat Switzerland's Thomas Rufer by 6-4 to land on the podium. On to badminton now. Indian shuttler Malvika Bansod went down against 7th seed Mia Blichfeld of Denmark in the finals of the Hilo Open badminton tournament in the city of Germany. Malvika Bansod had no answers to the explosive game of the experienced Danish shuttler, resulting in a straight game defeat. She lost by 10-21, 15-21 in the final of the Badminton World Federation World Tour. Though Malvika was in good form this year. She won the Azerbaijan International in February and reached the US Open semi-finals in the month of June earlier. In table tennis, Indian table tennis star Manika Batra's journey at the World Table Tennis Championship in Frankfurt came to an end in round of 32. South Korea's Shin Gyu-bin proved too strong for Manika Batra, winning in a straight set in a match 3-0 that highlighted her dominance. Despite her early exit in Frankfurt, Batra recently achieved a historic milestone at the WTT Champions Montpellier, where she became the first Indian table tennis player to make it to the quarterfinal round. Now, the Indian pair of Saket Mainini and Ramkumar Ramanathan won the Seoul Open men's doubles tennis title. The Indian duo beat USA's Vasil Kirchhoff and the Netherlands' Bart Stevens by 6-4, 4-6 and 10-3 in the finals to win their 4th ATP Challengers title. They have won 2022 and 2024 Bengaluru Open crowns as well as the Chennai Open earlier this year. Saket Mainini and Ramkumar Ramanathan had also won the men's doubles silver medal at the 2023 Asian Games. Staying on tennis, India's Sumit Nagal's Moselle Open 1 came to a disappointing end as he was forced to withdraw from his first round match against Frenchman Corentin Moutet. The 27-year-old tennis player initially held control, but an unfortunate injury led him to retire while trailing by 5-7, 0-4. The player, who reached the second round of the Australian Open earlier this year, had a promising start in the first set, but Nagal lost it. In the second set, Moutet raced to a 4-0 lead. Nagal's physical discomfort became evident, leading him to withdraw before the conclusion of the set. And Germany's Alexander Zverev won the Paris Masters by defeating home favourite Hugo Humbert by 6-2 and 6-2. It was a dominant display by the new world number 2 in the finals. The 27-year-old has now clinched 7 ATP 1000 level titles over the course of his career. It was a happy return to Paris for Zverev after he lost the French Open final to Carlos Alcaraz in June this year. 4 years ago, he lost the Paris Masters Championship match to Daniil Medvedev. The German will next play the ATP finals in Turin from the 10th till the 17th of November, where he will seek to emulate his past successes in 2018 and 2021. And Croatia and Argentina have taken the last 2 spots for the 3rd edition of the United Cup mixed team tennis tournament. Dona Vekic and Borna Koric will lead Croatia for the 3rd straight year at the $10 million event as they battle it out with the United States and Canada in Group A, while Argentina will take on host Australia and Britain in Group F. Argentina boasts Thomas Martin Etcheverry and Nadia Podoroska as their top-ranked players. The tournament starts on the 27th of December with the finals in Sydney, scheduled to take place on the 5th of January next year. Moving on to soccer now, Manchester United struggles to secure another victory at EPL's clash against Chelsea. However, with the appointment of new head coach who will be taking up his role from the 11th of November, United are hopeful of a comeback. Here's more.
It was not the night for Manchester United as they lost the opportunity to secure a much-needed victory after the sacking of manager Erik ten Hag. Chelsea salvaged a 1-1 draw with Manchester United on Sunday, spoiling United's celebrations in their first Premier League game. With the result, Chelsea are 4th in the table on 18 points, while United, who had interim manager Ruud van Nistelrooy in the dugout, are 13th on 12 points after 10 games. Speaking on the result, interim head coach said they are disappointed with the result.
I think today we're slightly disappointed because we didn't score the second one with the opportunities we had, and that's the feeling for me personally, and also in the dressing room, and of course over the last games that we played, we lost some points that we didn't convert our chances. The good thing always is the way I think is that when we create a lot all through the season so far, and in that sense I'm not too worried. I think when the players are going to get in the flow of things with results coming and confidence growing, that goals will come.
While United briefly looked poised for their second league win in 6 outings, but the mood in Old Trafford swiftly shifted 4 minutes later when Casemiro failed to fully clear Chelsea's corner, leaving Caicedo to fire a low volley that Andre Onana managed to just get a hang on, though he could not stop it sailing into the bottom corner. Chelsea's head coach expressed his satisfaction on the result.
I think we did the most difficult thing in this stadium against this team, that is come back after when they score. So we were down, we come back immediately, and probably after the 1-1, because of the desire to try to win the game, we exposed ourselves too much, and in the last 10 minutes, probably we concede a bit more. But overall, I'm happy, and in Italy we used to say, when you cannot win, important you don't lose.
Ten Hag was sacked on Monday with United languishing in 14th in the Premier League. Ruben Amorim was named as his replacement on Friday and will arrive at the club on the 11th of November. It remains to be seen how United are going to perform under their new head coach as they go through a challenging time. Sports Desk, DD India.
Time to take a short break, but still to come on DD India Sports Pass. All you need to know about Himachal Pradesh's Paragliding World Cup. And Max Verstappen wins Brazilian Grand Prix.
Who will be the next president of United States of America?
Will Donald Trump make a dramatic comeback, or will Kamala Harris become America's first woman president?
It's a tight race to the White House.
The knives are out and the battle lines sharply drawn.
He's becoming increasingly unstable and unhinged.
She's a threat to democracy because she shouldn't even be the candidate.
I'm Amritpal Singh.
I'm Shubhendu Ghosh.
We travel across the United States
To decode the issues at the heart of this polarized election.
Watch this space only on DD India.
Complex issues, hidden agendas, twists and turns, strategic games. We think all dots are linked. We just need to connect them. Join me every week as I connect the dots to unravel hidden designs in statecraft, mysteries, and decode issues that matter to you. Watch Connecting the Dots with me at these times on DD India.
Welcome back after that short break. You're watching Sports Buzz with me, Deepika. Another update from soccer. In Spanish soccer, La Liga leaders Barcelona beat Espanyol by 3-1 in the Catalan derby on Sunday. Dani almost struck twice for Barcelona on his first start after an injury absence, while a goal from Rapinha helped Barcelona to extend their unbeaten run over their local rivals to 27 games. The victory moved Barcelona 9 points clear of Real Madrid, who did not play at Valencia this weekend after their match was postponed due to the devastating floods in the region. Espanyol are at 7th spot, a point above the relegation zone. And football matches across Spain took a moment of pause before kick-off on Sunday to pay respects to the victims of the devastating floods in the east of the country. Barcelona and Espanyol observed a moment of silence ahead of the Catalan derby to show solidarity with all those who've lost their loved ones in Valencian community. Atletico Madrid, meanwhile, played the Valencian regional anthem before their match against La Palmas. Sevilla offered a similar tribute, raising a flag with the crest of La Liga rivals Valencia prior to the kick-off. With the death toll rising over 200 people and dozens more still unaccounted for, the tragedy is already Europe's worst flood-related disaster in a single country since 1967, when at least some 500 people died in Portugal. Moving on, Liverpool centre-back Ibrahim Konate said the arm injury he sustained against Brighton and Hove Albion on Saturday is not as bad as initially feared, and that he will be ready for the Premier League leaders' next game. The 25-year-old France international was replaced by Joe Gomes after being forced off at half-time against Brighton at Anfield, where Liverpool came from a goal down to win by 2-1. Arne Slot's side can ill afford to lose more players to injury. Liverpool next host Bayer Leverkusen in the Champions League on Tuesday, followed by another home game against Aston Villa in the league on Saturday. 72 participants from 23 countries took flight on the first day of Paragliding World Cup, which is being organized at Bir Biling in Kangra of Himachal Pradesh. The target given to the participants was 68 kilometers as per aerial distance and 93 kilometers as per the location. Austin Cox of America secured first position in the men's category, while Wana Kohat of Poland secured first position in women's category. On this occasion, President of Paragliding World Cup Association gave detailed information to all the participants about the technical aspects, weather and the wind direction from safety point of view. On to racing now. Max Verstappen won a chaotic, rain-lashed Brazilian Grand Prix on Sunday, roaring back from 17th on the grid to reignite his push for a fourth successive world title. It was Red Bull driver's first Grand Prix victory since the Spanish Grand Prix in June and delivered a bitter blow to Lando Norris's title chances as the McLaren driver dropped from pole position to 6th at the finish. Verstappen now has a 62-point lead over Norris in the standings, with a 60-point margin required after the Las Vegas Grand Prix on the 23rd of November to see him crowned a four-time world champion with 2 races remaining. Time to get an exclusive chat, and in an exclusive conversation with TD India's Narayan Singh, Indian hockey defender Jarmanpreet Singh shared his insights on the team's significant and their progress. He highlighted the impact of new talent joining the squad, expressing confidence that Indian hockey is well prepared to achieve even greater heights in the future.
In the recent times, we saw Indian hockey players perform very well, and right now I am joined by Jarmanpreet. Jarmanpreet, a very warm welcome. Recently, the kind of hockey the Indian team played, whether it is Asian Champions Trophy or the Olympics, defending the bronze medal there. Also, we saw the 2 matches, the bilateral series against Germany too. In the second match, it was exceptional performance by the Indian team. So how you look the overall performance of the Indian team in recent times?
First of all, thank you so much. And I think the hockey, India is improving very well. And as you saw, we get 2 medals back to back in Olympics, and now Asian Champions Trophy, and we played very well against Germany here. So I think the hockey is growing up day by day. Now Hockey India League is coming, so I think this is a very good step for the hockey, and I hope so one day the hockey will comes on top again.
But we saw one thing is that India created multiple chances in the numerous tournaments, whether it is Olympics and whether it is the Asian Games too, where but the converting those chances into goal, do you think still a work remains on that front?
I think we are improving day by day. Before that, the field goals are very less now. The field goals are also coming. So it's a process. It's not taken like it will not come in 2 days or 3 days. It will take time.
Talking about the Indian hockey team, new faces has been introduced in the Indian hockey team. If we talk about the goalkeeper, after Srijesh, there are 2 new goalkeepers. Krishna Bahadur Pathak is there, and Suraj is also there. And new faces, as in the Germany series, the bilateral series also, we saw new faces has been added. So how you look this transition period for the Indian hockey team?
I think it's a good transition for the Indian hockey for the future, because in future we need good players who can continue this legacy. And I think it's a great step by the coach and the Hockey India, so they are giving chances to the junior players.
The way the players, the athletes in the India are treated right now, we see that after Olympics also, our athletes were, we can say that the way they were respected, they were honored, they were received. Do you think there is a change in the perception in the Indian sports right now?
Most important step for the sports, because if we facilitate the players and we give respect to the players, so that's how the other players will come and the younger player will take interest in sports. So I think they have to do it, continue and keep supporting the sports and hockey and every player. So the Indian sports will be improved.
Definitely, the way Jarmanpreet said that the Indian hockey is in transition phase, and it's good for the Indian hockey, and also the kind of honor and the respect the Indian athletes are getting. Definitely, it's a big boost for the Indian sports. With camera person Sunil, Narayan Singh, DD India, Delhi.
And that's all for this edition of DD India Sports Pass. But do let us know your thoughts on the news of the day. For those on the go, you can get all the latest news and updates from India and across the world on DD India mobile app. The app is available on both Android and iOS platforms. Scan the QR code on the screen to download it now. We'll be back with more news as it breaks here on DD India. I am Deepika Mehto, and from all of us here in New Delhi, thank you so much for watching Sports Pass.